I'm going to show you how to make the best tawa chicken, a juicy pan-seared spiced chicken that's packed with so much flavor. Tender chicken coated in a tangy spicy mixture that sizzles right on the pan. Served with mint coriander sauce on a warm bread. It's got that perfect char and taste that will keep you coming back for more. Without further ado, let's get started. Chef presents. For the tawa chicken, these are the spices that we're gonna use. I've got here red chili, cumin, coriander, black and white pepper, some of this chicken seasoning, black salt, turmeric, some of the crushed fenugreek, garam masala, salt, and Kashmiri red chili mainly for color. Give everything a really good mix. We're gonna use this throughout the cooking process. Have a little bit of taste and adjust anything if you need to. Now for the chicken, I'm using legs as well as the breast. You wanna add deep cuts to the chicken, down to the bone, so we can marinate it properly. The middle bone should have a deeper cut so it just opens up a bit. Again, just to ensure it will cook perfectly. You want to make sure everything is nice and clean, get rid of any excess fat. Also for the breast, if it's a bit thick, just slice it in the middle and using your knife just lightly score it. Alright, first I'm gonna place all the chicken on the air fry tray. Now tawa chicken is usually barbecued first and partially cooked over charcoals and then is finished on the stove top on a large flat pan. But since we are in a kitchen setting, first we're gonna air fry this, or you can either grill this, under your oven, and then we're gonna finish cooking it on the stove top. Add a good touch of oil and massage the oil all over the chicken, from both sides. Now add a good touch of our spice mix all over the top and make sure to cover everything properly. Make sure to cover both sides for extra flavor. Now this goes into a preheated air fryer at around 195 Celsius and you want to let this cook for around 10 to 13 minutes, and also make sure to turn everything halfway. Breast will obviously cook a bit faster, so you just want to remove it after 5 to 6 minutes. And now we're going to prep our yogurt mixture that we're going to add on to the chicken later. So in with the natural yogurt, of course, some of the water just to loosen up everything a bit. Here with the fresh ginger garlic paste, a good touch of our spice mix. Now give that a really good mix. Combine everything properly. Make sure the yogurt mixture is nice and smooth, and it needs to be at room temperature before we use it. We don't want it to split later. You need to make sure this is seasoned properly. Alright, I'm just gonna have a little bit of taste. Delicious. So this is everything that we need for our tawa chicken. Here we've got our partially cooked chicken, chopped green chilies, lemon slices, our yogurt mixture, leftover spice mix, some of this mint coriander chutney, the recipes on the channel, and finally some of this tamarind plum chutney. Now if you don't like it too hot, then of course use less chilies. Now some people also like to use some of this double cream. If you like a bit more creamier, then definitely use it. Or let's get cooking. First of all, you want to grab yourself a large flat pan or a large cast iron, something like this. You can also use a non-stick pan, so something like this. I like to use cast iron, it just adds a bit of extra flavor. Or you want to turn up the heat to on low medium. We're going to cook our tawa chicken nice and slow. A good touch of oil. Or so once it starts to get hot, we're going to add in our chicken pieces first. This one is without the full bone. I don't know why they removed it. I'll do the breast separately because it will cook a bit faster. So there we go, just our chicken legs for now. Perfect. Well, once you've done that, we're gonna start adding our yogurt mixture just on top of the chicken. Alright, don't go too crazy, use some now and then. There we go, beautiful. Let's start turning this. We're gonna do the same from the other side. Alright, a bit more of our yogurt mixture. Like I said, we're gonna let this cook nice and slow until everything mingles together. And we're gonna throw in our green chilies, lemons in a second. We want to let this cook until the chicken is completely done from inside. And we want to obviously keep moving this around. Looks absolutely delicious. Just a little bit more of that spice mix. Just a light touch, nothing too crazy. And like I always say, control the heat. Once you add the yogurt, the temperature will go down, so it's okay to turn up a bit, I'm gonna throw in some of our lemon slices and some of our green chilies. Use more or less depending on your liking. A little bit more of our yogurt mixture. We want to keep the chicken nice and moist. Alright, beautiful. Look at that. Add a light touch of more oil if needed. Look at that, absolutely delicious. Let's turn this around. Smells so good, you know. One of the best tawa chicken that you guys gonna try. It's gonna be packed with so much flavor. You could cover this if you want, you know, just so it cooks a bit faster, but I like to cook it nice and slow. But you also need to make sure, you know, the chicken doesn't dry out. So add a little bit more mixture if needed. And like I always say, it's okay to move the pan around a bit, because there are cold and hot spots in your pan, yeah? Looks absolutely delicious, you know, you can really smell those chilies and lemon. I'm gonna throw in some more green chilies and just a little bit more mixture on the top. And now we can turn this around again. Look at that. So delicious, you know, so mouth-watering with those amazing chilies and lemon. Wow, it's coming together beautifully. Can you see? You should definitely cover the chicken, especially if you're using it with the bone. Again, just to ensure, you know, it cooks all the way through. So we can see the mixture has started to dry out a bit. This is a good indication, you know, it's almost ready. But what you can do is you can just open up the legs a bit and you can see, you know, if it's ready or not. You can see the bone has started to change its color. It's getting darker and darker, exactly what we're looking for. And once your chicken is ready, you can start removing it on this bread. Now you can use a chapati, any type of bread, even naan, you know, would do. For any leftover mixture, you can deglaze with a light touch of water, cook it for a few seconds, and then just remove it on top of the chicken. I'm gonna throw in some of the mint, coriander. Look at that, beautiful. Some of this tamarind plum sauce as well, you know, adds a bit of sweetness, a little bit more tang. And finally, you can garnish it with some of this fresh coriander, green chilies, and lemon slices. Now feel free to throw in some of the fennel seeds powder, cumin, coriander, and a bit of the mango powder. My mouth is so watering, you know. One of the best tawa chicken that you guys gonna try. Our mouth-watering tawa chicken done. Alright guys, let's try our tawa chicken. It looks so delicious. I'm just gonna grab some of the khubz or bread and get a piece of the chicken, you know. I'm gonna try it with all the sauce first. Bismillah. Wow. So delicious. Absolutely mouth-watering. I'm not even joking. Just gonna grab some of the sauce. Look at that. So good, you know. Oh, mouth is absolutely watering. Oh, look at that. For myself, this is not too spicy, you know. It's got that perfect heat, so much flavor. Nice chilies, lemon, and with a bit of the sauce, you know. Honestly, I'm lost for words here, you know. Bit of the tamarind plum. Like I said, cooked to perfection. One of the best tawa chicken that you guys gonna try. I'm in love with this, you know. If you want to keep things a bit easier, then just use breast. The sauces complement this so well, you know. I made a little sandwich out of this. Overall, you can't achieve this flavor by just throwing it in the oven. You have to cook it properly. Alright guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure subscribe, make sure you like. Inshallah, see you next time. Until then, salam. Make for your mom. Make for your dad. Make for your family. Enjoy.